Hello. Welcome to Spooky Shadows.
You need to watch this if you struggle with driving alone at night. This highway isn't just lonely, it's haunted. There's a stretch of road known as Phantom Highway. Locals say it's cursed. Late at night, drivers report seeing a ghostly hitchhiker, always wearing the same tattered dress. They say she appears out of nowhere, her eyes empty, staring right into your soul. One rainy night, a trucker saw her standing by the road. He pulled over, but when he opened the door, she vanished. His truck engine off, lights flickering, then he heard a whisper, "Help me!" Terrified, he sped off, never looking back. To this day, he swears he wasn't alone. So, next time you're on Phantom Highway, remember, not all passengers are alive.
Story 2.
Ever driven down a deserted highway late at night? That eerie feeling like someone or something is watching you? Well, buckle up, because I have a story that will make you think twice about those lonely drives. A few years ago, there was a man named Kevin. He loved taking late-night drives to clear his mind. One night, he was cruising down an old, forgotten highway. The kind of road that even the GPS seems to forget. The moon cast an unsettling glow and fog rolled in, thick as a blanket. Kevin noticed a faint flickering light ahead. As he got closer, he saw it was an old, beaten-down car, seemingly abandoned. But then he saw her. A woman standing by the car, looking desperate. Kevin pulled over, rolled down his window and asked if she needed help. She didn't respond. She just stared at him. Her eyes were hollow, empty, as if staring right through him. Chills ran down Kevin's spine, but he stepped out, determined to help. The woman finally spoke, her voice barely a whisper. "I need a ride." Kevin agreed, though every instinct screamed at him to drive away. As she got into the car, he noticed her clothes were torn and dirty, like she'd been through hell. They drove in silence, the air growing colder with every mile. Kevin tried to make small talk, but she only responded with vague, unsettling answers. Suddenly she turned to him, her voice now cold and sharp. "Do you believe in ghosts?" Before Kevin could answer, she vanished. He slammed on the brakes, heart pounding, but she was gone. No sign of her anywhere. Kevin raced home and never spoke of that night again. But he never took a late-night drive down that highway. Some say the woman was a spirit forever trapped, seeking help from unwitting travelers. So next time you find yourself on a dark, lonely road, remember Kevin's story, and maybe, just maybe, keep driving.
Story 3.
Ever driven down a lonely highway at night? Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. and you're on a deserted road that seems to stretch into infinity. Your car's headlights cut through the thick fog, but something feels off. This is the story of the haunted Highway 44, a stretch of road infamous for its eerie occurrences. It all started with a young couple, Jamie and Lisa, who were on a road trip to visit family. They were driving late at night when their car suddenly stalled. Stranded in the middle of nowhere, they had no choice but to wait for help. As they sat in the car, they noticed a faint figure in the distance. It appeared to be a woman dressed in an old-fashioned white gown. Thinking she might need help, Jamie got out of the car and called out to her. But as he approached, the figure vanished into thin air. Jamie returned to the car, shaken but trying to stay calm. Just as he closed the door, the temperature inside the car plummeted. Their breath became visible in the freezing air. Then, out of nowhere, the radio turned on by itself, blasting static. Lisa screamed as she saw the woman in white standing right outside her window, her eyes hollow and dark. Jamie tried to start the car, but it wouldn't budge. The woman began to wail, a sound so chilling it made their blood run cold. In a desperate attempt, Jamie grabbed his phone to call for help, but it was dead. They were trapped with no escape in sight. The woman in white started to slowly circle the car, her wailing growing louder and more anguished. After what felt like hours, the car finally roared back to life. Jamie floored the gas and they sped away, leaving the ghostly figure behind. They never spoke of that night again, but they both knew they'd encountered something beyond this world. So next time you're driving late at night, keep an eye on your mirrors. You never know who or what might be watching you. Stay safe out there, horror fans. Until next time, then, sweet dreams.
And don't forget to subscribe to Spooky Shadows.